If you're looking to start a dropshipping business in 2024, it can be extremely overwhelming, not to mention if the question is, can you actually still be profitable when making a dropshipping store in 2024? And so in this video today, I'm going to break down every single thing that you need to know, especially as a beginner. And I'm going to share with you a step-by-step guide on how to get started, all of the resources that you need, and things that you should and should not do or use to start up this business model. A lot of people don't realize how accessible and affordable it actually is to start a dropshipping business, especially with all of the things that we have available to us now. There's so many different resources, so it really has never been easier, regardless of where you're starting out at. And as I said, I am going to break this down for you in the most simplified process possible so that you can actually get started by the end of this video. So make sure that you stay till the end, take notes, and really apply everything that I'm sharing with you, because if you really do follow this step-by-step method and you stick with it and actually put energy and time into this business model, you can absolutely be successful. So by the end, you will be able to know how to actually create a dropshipping store that is fully functioning, how we can find and list products on our store, and what fulfillment centers to use that are quick and efficient. And I'm going to show you how to actually market your product to get eyes on it and actually get sales, because that's the whole point of creating this business. So the first thing is understanding how the actual dropshipping model works. And what is so beautiful about this business model is we do not have to hold inventory, meaning we don't have to spend tons of money up front in order to make something work when we don't really know if it's going to or not. The process is basically we are listing products on an online store and we are generating traffic to that online store in order to have customers make a purchase. And once customers make a purchase, their info and order is automatically going to our fulfillment center, where they're going to actually send that product directly to our customer. So in a sense, we are working with a fulfillment center to pack and ship our items for us, but we're generating a profit. So there's two main things that you need for a functioning dropshipping store. And the first one is a website. So you are going to need a place to actually sell your products. And the second thing is you're going to need a product to sell. And in order to get that product, we are going to have to source from a fulfillment center. Now, there are tons of different fulfillment centers to actually source our products from, but dropshipping has changed. It is no longer the way that we need to be sourcing products from AliExpress, waiting 2 to 3 weeks if they even arrive to our customer. There's so many things that have actually been simplified and made so much better. And so I'm going to share with you the fulfillment center that I use and recommend so that you can make sure your products are actually being fulfilled on time and in an orderly manner. This is especially important because with the method that I'm going to show you, if you do have a video blow up or your store takes off, you need to make sure that you can count on that fulfillment center and that you're not getting all of this money in and not able to fulfill orders. That is a huge thing with dropshipping. So you want to make sure that your fulfillment center has your back. Also going along with that, that means that we need to make sure our website is good and that it makes sense and that it has all of the proper things to be fully functioning to protect ourselves, our business, and make sure that our customers are happy. So for a website, we are going to be using Shopify. They are the #1 best trusted website host. It is so easy to create a website on Shopify. And I actually do have a link for you below. That link is going to get you Shopify for free for 3 days. And after that, you're actually going to have an extended $1 a month membership so that you can continue to build and run this store for only $1. So it's literally costing you basically nothing to test products out. When creating your Shopify store, all you're going to do is follow through the few prompts, answering a few questions. These aren't super important. You don't need to worry about them so much. It's just so that Shopify can understand what exactly you're trying to do on your website. And once you've done that, it's a super simple process of actually setting up your store. Do not worry about your store name yet, because that can be changed. And we're going to go over that in just a few minutes. So once your Shopify store is set up, we can actually move on to our next step now, which is creating an account on our Fulfillment Centers app. Now, having a fulfillment app is extremely important because we want to make sure that it connects directly with that Shopify store so that orders can be fulfilled passively without us having to constantly be copying and pasting. That was an old time dropshipping thing, but now it is done automatically for us through an order system. So we want to make sure that it is linked properly. So the fulfillment app that I use is AutoDS. I do have a subscription for you available below as well. It is going to give you an extended free trial so that you can try it out for 30 days for free. So all you have to do once you go to that link, it's going to look something like this, and you're going to go ahead and set up your account. All you're going to do is go right up to the add store button, and that's how we're going to connect our Shopify store with our AutoDS account. So we want to make sure that we select the option that we want to input our own store, and then we're going to connect them very easily by just following a few prompts and allowing access to that Shopify store. Now you may notice that there is an option to build a store with AI. So if you do not have a Shopify store yet and you do want AutoDS to build that for you with their AI, you can actually do this by just following the prompts and it'll build one out for you in less than 2 minutes. So if you're interested in that, you would just click that option instead of the one that I'm clicking in the video. Now that we have a store and we have our fulfillment center, the next and very most important part for all of this is actually having a product to sell. And this is honestly the hardest part, picking your product and doing the research behind it to know if it's going to work or not. And I'm going to share with you a few ways that we can actually pick a product. And something that I absolutely love about AutoDS is not only are they going to actually fulfill that product for us, but they have amazing product research tools. So on the left side here, you'll see the button that says add products, and underneath there is a few options. There's an options for marketplace, handpicked products, also the TikTok shop spy, and we do have a trending products section. So these are all resources that you can use. And what is so great is it's constantly being updated to make sure that things are in trend. So let me show you how it works here. If I go to handpicked products and I scroll down, we'll see a bunch of different products that are actually handpicked right now from the AutoDS team. But what's really great is, let's say we want to click on one of these. We'll go for this can opener here just for reference. When we click on it, it is going to tell us lots of different things about the product. And guys, data doesn't lie. That's what I love about this, is it is all right in front of me here and showing me how this product is selling. So it says the name of the product, shows a photo. It gives the potential profit for how much we can make selling this product. It also is going to tell us that it's being sold for this amount of price, and the engagement score and saturation score. So the engagement score is how many people are actually engaging and purchasing the product, and that saturation score is going to be how many people are actually selling the product and if it's worth our time to add to the market. It's also going to give the target audience demographics, so the age and different things like that of different interests, so that when we do target the audience, we already have an idea of who we actually want to put this in front of. And scrolling down as well, there'll sometimes be videos of Facebook or TikTok videos so that you can see ads that have already been previously run from other dropshippers or sellers. So it's just a great way to gauge how much your product can make you and the overall effects of it. Now, before we go ahead and import a product to our store and even begin doing our research, there's a few things that I want you to take note of when you are picking a dropshipping product. So when it comes to dropshipping, there is a few things that are very key in a successful product. The very first one you may have heard before, but it is general psychology of, does your product solve a problem? Now, this is really big in dropshipping products because of the way we market them. So it ideally should be a product that solves a problem. So think of the super successful product that was on the back of a phone case that was sticking to windows so that content creators could actually film from anywhere at any time. So products like that, where we are showing a problem of not knowing how to set up our tripod anytime we need to. If we don't have our tripod, we can simply just stick our phone to a window, to a wall, and begin recording content. So that product was solving a problem. Another example is the viral product that was the dog paw washer. It was solving a problem because it was a quick and easy way for people to wash their dog's paws before they dragged mud into the house. And often in the marketing of these products, we are showing the issue and then giving the solution with a call to action for that customer or viewer to make a purchase of the product. And that is really where the psychology of dropshipping and how it works, because of the way we're using ads or social media to market and target that scrolling viewer. Now, the next thing that your product should have, and again, extremely important, especially for the method that I'm going to show you, is viral potential, or the fact of, can I take a video of this product? So honestly, this has been the most helpful thing for me when it came to dropshipping success is, can I take a video, or are there videos I can use of this product already? So if we use a product like a to-go blender, this went super viral a few years ago. This was a blender that could be plugged in or used battery operated pretty much anywhere. So people could be making shakes at the gym or at work. And this was a product that did so well because of the wow factor, right? It was something that was easy to take viral videos of and showcase. I really think that's an overlooked process when just selling online in general, like with e-commerce. I feel like sometimes people don't think about the way that they're going to market the product. They just get excited about the product they're going to sell. And I really think that if you lead with the idea of how would I market this product, it can really help eliminate products that you actually won't be successful in. And the last thing that I want you to check for before you pick your product is this product overdone? Is it saturated? Has it been seen? So a perfect example of this is that sunset lamp. People know they can get it on Amazon. People know they can go to Five Below and buy it. Even if there's other products that we're selling that, yeah, same thing, they may not know that because it's not as widely reached yet, right? It still needs to have that wow factor, and it still needs to be something that is not overdone. And so we can just simply stay away from products that, using your own common sense from being on social media, have you seen it 1,000 times? Don't sell it. With all of those ideas in our mind about what we're looking for in a product, that's going to help us for when we start scrolling through the actual feed on AutoDS to help us to find the perfect product for our store. So on the marketplace, you can actually do a lot of filtering here. So if there is a certain niche that you do want to sell in, you can grab it up here from categories. So if you do want to sell electronics, if you want to sell home and garden, really depends on you. They also have a different marketplaces for the different locations. So if you are not located in the US, you can pick who you want to sell to, or even if you are located in the US, but you want to actually ship to people in a different country. I also really love to select the fast shipping button because, as I said before, the shipping times with dropshipping products on AutoDS are very impressive. So as you can see with these first few products, they're going to be delivered within 2 business days for all of these, which is so great. But we can scroll here. Here is a portable camping stone. This is a cool product, especially considering the time of year coming up. Where I'm located, it's about to be summer. So this is something that people may bring on camping trips. So another thing to take account of when you're selling products is this something that's trendy? Can this be sold all year round? You can also select your price range as well before you actually start looking on here, but it's just really great and there's so many different options. And remember that you don't have to just use this marketplace tab. We can actually go down to the TikTok Spy or trending products. I personally really like trending products because it's all the things that are currently trending from TikTok here. And what I like to do is go over to this where we can filter it, and I can actually do interaction rate or sales performance. So I'm going to do interaction rate, and it's going to show me all the things that people are mostly interacting with on TikTok with these products. So after scrolling for a bit, I did come across this product that is a portable laptop monitor. So when I go up to the analytics here, what it's showing me is the stats for this product. And it is showing that it is an excellent product score, meaning that they sold a lot of them and the interaction rate is pretty good. So we can see that there was 31,000 of these sold and that the profit average here that people were making is $92. Now, I didn't talk much about profit yet, but it's really good to note that we want to make a good amount of profit on one sale, especially when we are drop shipping, because we have to pay the fulfillment center, right? So we would be able to profit around $90 selling this product, which looks pretty good to me. And also just taking account all the other things. So if I click some more info, it's just going to show me all the curated stuff about this product, where it's being sold, the general sales, and what I love is the ads that were used to sell this product. This shows that these are TikTok ads that people were creating to sell or advertise this product. So as we can see with those, if we click, it'll load us directly to the actual video that was created, but it shows right here the amount of likes and comments, essentially the engagement that that video got, which means if I were to sell this product and create similar content, the odds are it would perform well too. I also like to check out the photos and see if it's something I can use and work with or create additional photos with. So this one's looking really good to me. So now that I know this is the product that I want to use and create on my online store, all I'm going to do is hit import, and then I can view the product in my drafts and be able to edit it on my Shopify store. So just after a few seconds, because I imported that on AutoDS, as you can see, it's showing up in my Shopify product. So all I have to do is click on it, and then I can further edit this right directly in my dropshipping store on my Shopify account. And so before we actually start creating that and building that to make our theme, it is going to have you actually pick your Shopify plan. Again, with the trial that you just selected below, it's going to be $1 for your first 3 months. But just so that you know, keeping that basic plan and setting up through that one is totally fine. You don't need any of these more advanced ones, especially if you're a beginner. So go ahead and select that basic plan so that we can move on to the next step in designing our store. So with all that being said, now to get into creating our store and making it look good, what we're going to do is on Shopify, we're going to scroll down to where it says online store under sales channel. So once I select that, it's going to show me a bunch of different themes. So essentially themes are what is going to be the template of our actual website layout. There's a bunch of different options here. There are free and paid themes on Shopify. If you are a beginner, go ahead and use the free theme. There's really no reason to pay for a theme yet. You can always upgrade and change things around later. But until we know that we're going to actually do this, just select one of the free themes. They work really great. I really personally use Craft. It is one of my favorites, especially with print on demand too. And here, right here, you can actually see what I was talking about, where it will show you the template for your website. And right here, our product is already there. So now that we have our theme ready to go, we have our product and we're going to start building our website. The next important thing that we're going to need is the name of our website, of our business, right? And this is something that people get caught up on. They change it all the time. They get all obsessed with it, and there is no reason to. You can always change it around until you buy an actual domain or consistently selling the product. Please don't get super caught up on the name, because the main thing is the product and the way it's marketed, not the name of the product or website. A great way to come up with a website name for your site is to use something called Namelicks. I absolutely love using Namelicks. All you have to do is type in what the product or business idea is that you have, select a few different prompts, and it'll give you tons of different names that you can potentially use for your business. What I also love is it shows you some examples of branding and logos that have been done. So this is just extra inspiring to me. So what I've done is I went through on Namelicks, as I said, I picked a business name, and I was really inspired by this logo as well. So once I have that business name, all I did was jump right over to Canva and type into their template section, logo. Now they have tons of different logo templates that literally all you have to do is pop the business name that you just picked directly into that logo template, and boom, you have a logo. It's sized out. So something really cool that you can do too, that's a hack of mine that I use with this and print on demand, is in your Canva template, you can go over, once you have it on your artboard, to their styles tab. Not only is this going to give you fonts and colors for a brand, but if you select that colors tab, you can shift through different things to inspire you for the color scheme on your actual Shopify website. And you can just copy and paste the color codes from there into Shopify. So now that I have the store name and I have my logo and the color that I want to use, I'm just going to click on the tab here where it says My Store. And here is where I'll be able to go over to the theme settings and add in my logo. So I can just drag in my image from the logo directly in here. Then I can select the color option in schemes. So Shopify actually does have them pre-selected for you, which honestly, this one looks good with the logo that I chose. But again, if I did want to actually make it more my own, I can copy and paste that color code directly in here and see how it seamlessly just created that same logo background as my actual business page color. So as I said, I'm not going to take too much time on my actual business homepage for the website. What I'm going to do is add in a featured product. All you have to do is go to add section and you can select what you want there. So I selected featured product, and then I can move that up and down here. And what I want is for that to be the very first thing on the actual page. So I'm going to remove this heading here, and I'm going to have it so they immediately click and boom, they see the product available for sale. And then underneath it, if I do choose to create or add more products onto my store, which I can easily do through AutoDS, I can have those selected here as well. And Shopify just allows you to click over here and then you can control it from the left side. So for example, if I don't want to keep this down here because I'm already featuring that product, I'm just going to remove the section. So here I'm going to click on that one and I'm going to link it to the product that I want to be featured, which is that portable monitor. So we'll select that. So as you can see here, when someone clicks on my actual website, first thing they're going to see is that product. But overall, just playing with your template, it's super easy to just drag and move stuff around. I'm then gonna add some text right under that where I can put in some prompts to talk about my product or my brand. So a key thing in this is sometimes you may not know how exactly to promote this product. And so a little hack that you can do is to go ahead and type into Google what your product is and see other competitors that are selling the product. And from there, you can go over to their websites and see what the layout of their website is, how they're selling different things that they're saying about the product, and you can actually copy and paste different things from their website into ChatGPT. And all you have to do is ask ChatGPT to make you another copy for that you can use for your website so that we're not taking what they said word for word. And then we can paste that directly into our Shopify store to make it more engaging, but while we're talking about the product. So now that we've picked a theme and we understand how to actually build our website through the Shopify app, your first page should look something like this, adding in what your product is, a few things about it, those reviews that we went through, and to be able to join your newsletter. But now, when your customer does click on your link to be sent over to your website, they're gonna land on what's called a landing page. And that right there is extremely important because that is the first few seconds that we have for the customer to actually see and if they want to make a purchase on our item. So a landing page is going to require a few things, but the most important is that we are showcasing the product correctly and pretty much putting it in the customer's face and telling them why they need it. So your product page should include what your product is, what your product does, what problem your product solves, the benefits and functions of the product, and a way to purchase the product. I normally like to put a buy now button twice on this page if you can, but we're gonna go over all of that and how we can actually build that out. But I wanna give you some tips on how you can actually get information about your product and even photos of your product, because I know that it can be a bit overwhelming when we're creating this and we may not know what to say. So what I recommend doing is not only using the AutoDS listing to refer from that actual supplier and copying and pasting the things that they're saying about the product, because at the end of the day, that supplier has the most accurate description of what your product is, what the size is, and all the actual specifications. And what you can do is go right over to ChatGPT and ask it to make you a description for that product. So here is an example of the product page that I created after doing all of the things that I just told you. I went ahead and used the images from the supplier, and I actually did order a sample to add images of my own. Now, this is something that's optional and you do not have to do this, but for me, it's something that I enjoy doing and being able to create my own content, which we're going to talk about in just a few minutes. So if you do have that advantage, I would highly, highly suggest ordering a sample of the product so you can take your own photos, because you're going to need that for the marketing strategy as well that I teach you in just a moment. So now that we have our website a bit created and we have our product page, there are two more things that we need on our website in order to ensure that our website looks legit and that we're protected as a seller. So the very first and most important thing after you've done all of these steps is to create a shipping policy page. This can be done by creating a page on your online store. All you have to do is go to the left of your Shopify dashboard and select underneath Online Store the tab that says Pages. You can then create a new page and you can title it however you want, and it's going to show up on the top of your store underneath your logo. So what I totally recommend having there for your product page is a shipping policy. So name it shipping policy. And basically what this is going to do is this is going to protect us as sellers, and it's going to give our customers an idea of when their product is going to show up. And with dropshipping, sometimes because we're not the ones physically shipping the items, the shipping times can take a little bit longer or even be sooner than what we're telling the customer. And so it's important that we have policies in place that can let the customer know that when they make a purchase, they are agreeing to your shipping policies so that this protects you. And same way as I just had explained before to create all of the descriptions and stuff for your actual product page, you can use ChatGPT and ask it to make you a shipping policy. So all of that information can go right directly into this under the pages. And after we hit save, you will see that it pops up on the top of our store underneath our logo. So it is an option if a customer does decide to click on that before making the purchase. Now, this is optional, but it's something that I personally like to do, and that is creating another page that is an FAQ. This, as simple as it sounds, it's a frequently asked questions tab. And when I shop on new websites, I always like to look at the FAQs. I don't know why, but I feel like it can really help your customer to make a purchase and trust your website further. Again, it's completely optional. And as I said in the beginning, I don't want you to take way too much time on all the other things of your website. The most important is that actual product page. So there's one more thing that can really help make your website seem trustworthy and legitimate, and that's going to be a custom domain. So a domain is basically when you type something into the internet, so www.thewebsitename.com.ai, whatever the dot happens to be afterwards. But when you create a website on Shopify or most website platforms, it is going to say .myshopify. And at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with this. It just shows that you use Shopify to create your website. But if you think about any brands that you trust and you purchase from, they don't have .myshopify or whatever website host they created their website on. It doesn't look super professional, and we're going for being trustworthy, not flagging a customer, and we want them to trust us so that they actually buy our product. Especially if you're selling a product like I am that is a bit more expensive, these things do matter. And so really consider that when you're creating your store. And so if you do choose to create a domain, they're honestly very affordable. They're anywhere from $9 to $16. They can get up in price if you're using like really well-known words. But most of the time, if you created a website with the name type of generators like I did and showed you, it's not going to be that expensive. So for instance, you would go to Google Domains and you can type in your website name or things about your website that you can use and see if that domain is available, and then simply purchase it directly from here and then connect it in your Shopify store. They walk you through this under the domains tab, so it's fairly easy to do. And another option is to just purchase it directly through Shopify under your domain. So now before we make this live for our customers, what we're going to do is go right over to our actual product, and we are going to make sure that our pricing is correct, that everything looks good. And one really good tip is to go ahead and add a price comparison. So you can do this by clicking on your variant and going to your price, and where it says price comparison, we're going to either add to that price or completely double that price, so it gives the look that the product is on sale. This is something that works really, really well when you're selling on websites, especially with one product stores. So I do highly recommend doing that. And then after that, we can go ahead and publish to our actual website. So here's what the website looks like. It has all of those key points as I mentioned before, and I did create it using ChatGPT as I said. I also am showing here that there is the shipping policy page and that FAQ page, and they all look great with the branding. It's clean, it's crisp, it shows the actual idea of what the product is, and there's really no confusion here. Then we can see that the website looks good, everything lines up, my domain is connected, and this is ready to go live. Once your website is finished, the most important part in honestly all of this is your marketing. How are you going to get people to click on your product and actually want to purchase it? And there are so many different ways to get eyes on our products, especially this day and age. It's not like it used to be. We can literally post on social media for free, can post on Pinterest for free, or we can even run paid ads to drive traffic to this product. I've been doing this for 4 years now with both print on demand digital products and products like this for dropshipping sites. And I personally do not like to pay for ads until I know if a product has a demand. Now, this is controversial. It's something that not all sellers like to do, but for me personally, I prefer to use the free traffic method until I start seeing results, and then I will happily run paid ads on a product. Now, if you're somebody that wants to jump right into paid ads on a product, please go for it, but make sure that you find resources to make sure you're creating the ad correctly and that you do have some capital set aside to do that, because it can add up quickly. And the last tip for that is to go ahead and use something like TikTok ads or Instagram Reel ads, because in my opinion, those are more user-friendly to beginners versus like a Facebook or Google ad. But let's get into the free marketing, because that is what I really want to share with you today and is a way that I've always done marketing. So first we're going to talk about video content, because this is something that we're shopping through videos all the time, right? We are seeing videos and being influenced to buy things all over the internet, and short form video content, it sells when it's done correctly. So what I have done here is I have went ahead and ordered a sample. As I said before, ordering a sample can absolutely totally get you ahead of the game because you can create content. Now, even if you are somebody who has never created content before, please don't overthink this. What you're going to have to do here with your sample is just take different aesthetic videos using it. For this example, I've taken this product and I'm showing how it works. I'm showing it plugging into phones, plugging it into my laptop. I'm showing all the different details that it does. Take 5 to 10 clips of your product and using it. Can be different angles, different functions, all these different things, right? Get creative with it. And if you're lacking inspiration of how to take the videos, you don't know how to do it, never done it before, go ahead and look up the product that you're selling on TikTok or Instagram to get some inspiration from people who have already made videos of the product. Try to get the best lighting possible for your actual videos, because lighting really does matter in marketing. It's just kind of how it works. Even if you want to buy or use a ring light or an extra phone light, or to just bring in that natural light. If you don't have good lighting in your home, you can take your product outside, you can do it in the car, somewhere where you're going to get good lighting, or even take it to a public place that maybe has great lighting or looks good or goes along with the product that you're selling. Now, I've been creating content for years now, both for my Money with Mac brand and also products that I've sold. And honestly, all you have to do is show what the product does or the problem that it's solving. Whether you want to go the aesthetic route or the literal route, there's so many ways to do this. But the ultimate thing is making the product look good so that somebody wants to buy it. Then what I'm going to do is bring all of these videos into an app to edit them together and make a short form video. So I like to use CapCut, but you can absolutely use TikTok or Instagram to actually edit these videos. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, this takes a little bit of practice, and you're gonna have to probably do a few videos before you get one that you understand your style of editing or the style to actually get views on the product. But please don't give up on this, because it's free and it can drive a lot of traffic. If you work from home, you need this portable monitor because you can actually have 2 screens regardless of where you are. I was really impressed with it. It came with so many different things, including a carrying case and all the cords that I needed for plugging into various devices. It was super easy to use with the apps that I use every single day, like Canva, Google, and everything else, including Etsy. But what I liked most importantly is that I can actually stream directly from my device onto the portable monitor, and there's no blocking even without a VPN. I definitely recommend checking this out, and there's info in my caption on how you can get one. So once you have your videos and you are ready to start creating, what I want you to do is create a separate social media account for your product. Try to name it the account as what your product is or what your website is to help make it look legit. And that's where we're going to be uploading these videos to. Now, another option, and something that honestly you should do in addition to your TikTok marketing, is market on Pinterest. So Pinterest is really great. It's a place where people go for gifts, for ideas, and you can put a direct link to any product on Pinterest. And again, it's free. So pretty much same process here of creating an account with that same name and posting pins with keywords that someone would look for in your product and linking directly to that link to go to the landing page that we created. Now, a great thing too about both TikTok and Pinterest is that you can now actually upload just photos, right? You can just make a TikTok that is photos of your product. However, it's not as engaging to just sell a product when it comes to TikTok, but on Pinterest, it is. And what you can do here is you can actually take photos of your product, whether those are stock images or the pictures that you take or have a UGC creator take, and you can make them in Canva to format them as a pin. And it's really easy. You just go to Canva. You could even use a free account to do this. And all you have to do is go to templates and select pin. And they have so many different templates that you can use and just input your photos directly in there to use and post as a pin. This is honestly a little bit less time consuming than making videos. So if you do choose to go the photo route, absolutely do so. The reach that can be gained on Pinterest is insane. It's just a little bit more of a long-term game in my experience versus using an app like TikTok. Now, if you're somebody that is totally not okay with making content, you are listening to this and you're like, I don't want to do that. There is a solution, but it's going to cost you a little bit of money. So what you can do as an alternative is hire what's called a UGC creator. This is a great option for people who don't understand content but want to get their product out there quickly. So what you can do is go on to Fiverr or Upwork and type in UGC creator. And what you'll do is send that product to the creator and you will have them create clips for you that you can use in your editing, or just have them make the entire video for you for TikTok. So you could ask them to make 5 TikToks for you with that product and showing it in different ways. And then you can use those for marketing and for ads. Now, again, that is going to cost you a little bit more than if you do it yourself, but it could be worth it for you to outsource that. And if you are somebody that's like, I don't want to create content, it is worth it to go ahead and just do that. So now that you have all of the tools and the step-by-step method to go ahead and start your dropshipping business, I want to tell you a few things to help to keep you motivated with this business model. So at the end of the day, and anytime we're selling online, it is difficult to learn, right? And now you have all of the actual things that you need to do, and applying it is the hardest part, and staying consistent with it as well. So if you are somebody that's starting this out and you're not starting out with any experience, just trust that it is going to take you a little bit of time to learn the model and learn more about how to actually do this. But please stick with it and don't give up, because this can absolutely scale. These types of businesses are so incredible to have as an opportunity, because we do not have to put a ton of money up front and hope that we sell the inventory. It's so just all up in the air, and we can literally scale to crazy numbers without ever touching a product. And so it's a really great opportunity, and I hope that you do take full advantage of it. And just know that anytime you can come back to this video and reference this entire process doing another product. AutoDS has so many different types of products that you can upload onto your store, especially within that 30-day trial link that is below for you. So utilize that, take advantage of it. They now even offer print on demand. So if you've seen my channel before, you know that I have tons of print on demand tutorials, and AutoDS offers print on demand onto your actual website, which you can do on Etsy too. They do have an Etsy integration, so it is something that's available now if you do want to check that out. And you can always offer multiple products on your website and create multiple product pages, as I showed you before, if you do want to try out different products on your dropshipping store. So once you have everything set up for your dropshipping store, you're ready to get started with your marketing. Something that you should know is what to do when you actually get an order. So what's going to happen when you get an order on your store is that's going to go directly through your Shopify account to AutoDS. So again, this is a hands-free process as long as everything is synced correctly. So what's going to happen is all that information that your customer inputs onto your website will be transferred automatically to AutoDS, and they will get started right away and pack that item and ship it directly to that customer. So you are officially ready to get started with your dropshipping business. I hope that you get started today. Save the video so you can go ahead and reference it. And if you found this helpful, I would love to have you as a part of our community here on YouTube. So make sure you're subscribed, and every single thing that I talked about today, all of the trials will be linked in the description. So go grab them now and get started today.